Hi there, welcome back for another video. We understand that you have a lot going on in your life and that you're looking for something that will allow you to truly know who you are. Feeling with us, being happy, and appreciating everything in your power.
What has caused an eroding of self-love within so many of you is comparing you and what you want with others and what they want, and you and what you've got with others and what they've got. That's what causes an eroding of self-love. What causes a inclusion of self-love, an embracing of self-love, a loving of self is a not giving a rip what anybody else thinks and having your eye only on these two vibrational points of relativity where you thought by thought, experience by experience, conversation by conversation, memory by memory, experience by experience, just train yourself into something that feels better and better and better and better and better. In other words, it is, if there was ever an inside job, it's got to be that. Because when you are taught love by somebody outside of you, like a mother or a lover, as they are loving you and you're really feeling it, what's happened is they're tuned in, tapped in, turned on. They've already, for whatever reason, focused upon you in a way that they are a vibrational match to their inner being. And so they are love. They are liquid love. And as they hold you in their gaze, they flood this all over you and you say, ooh, this feels so good. I want this always. But then you need their undivided attention. Then you need them to always be tuned in, tapped in, turned on, and you need them to hold you as their object of attention. And they will let you down every time, the selfish buggers, because they have other things they want to think about and they cannot hold themselves to that standard. And so when you finally get it, that while it feels good to be loved, nothing feels better in all of the universe than to love. That when you are fascinated by something, you are in that vibration of connection with who you are. That's as close to love as it gets. When you are appreciating yourself or someone else, that's as close to it as it gets. Don't look for the love through their eyes, look for the connection through your eyes. And so let it be love of this rug and love of these flowers and love of this environment and love of this wonderful air and love of this ship and love of what I'm having for dinner and love of this hair clip and love of this ring and love of this watch and love of these flexible fingers and love of whatever I can feel appreciation of. And as you just begin to tune yourself first to the things that are easy to appreciate and then to the things that are obvious to appreciate, and then as you begin looking for things to appreciate, you begin to tune yourself into a vibrational alignment with who you really are about things that are easier for you to love. Because, friend, we don't want it to be this way. It shouldn't be this way. But for most of you, the hardest focal point on the planet for you to love is that one you see reflected back in the mirror.
Well, that's exactly
Go home today or back to your cabin today and sit before a mirror and sit there and look into the depths of your eyes and look with the intention of seeing your inner being looking back at you and say, I know you're in there and I have an inkling of how you feel about me because Abraham has been talking about it, and I'm just going to look for you until I find you. I'm going to stay here until I find that feeling of awareness of me and appreciation of me that I'm looking for. And from where you are, we can feel that you can get there very quickly. This self-love that you think you're looking for is not love of self. It's love that is self. And there's a difference. There's a difference between loving me and being me who loves. And it's being me who loves that is really you. And when you're me who loves, it's easy to love that one and 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 that one. And then it becomes irrelevant what your object of love is if you're loving. What difference does it make? What is the reason, the focal point for the love that you're feeling? What possible difference does it make? That would be like eating a really wonderful meal, and while you're eating it, being unhappy that you can't be eating that one and that one and that one and that one and that one. Doesn't matter which meal you're eating as long as the meal you're eating feels wonderful, and doesn't matter what the focal point of your love is as long as the love that you're feeling is the love that really is you, you see. That was good. That was really, really good. In your awareness of not loving self, you can't find self-love. Anytime somebody hurts your feelings, it is because you're in a different vibration than who you really are. And so this quest for self-love, we think, is down the rabbit hole. We wouldn't be looking for self-love. We'd be looking for the part of self that does love. In other words, rather than saying to someone that we love, I want you to love me, we would begin training ourselves into a desire that says, I love loving you. I love the feeling of loving you, and how you feel about me is irrelevant. I love the feeling of loving you. And then what begins to happen, it's like our friend who got so angry at us, Abraham, I don't think you care if my lover ever comes to me. We said, that's exactly right. We just want you to form a vibration that makes you feel so wonderful that it doesn't matter. But then he cannot not come. In other words, when you find that vibration, the universe has to match you up with somebody that feels exactly that way, you see. But we don't want you to let what's happening in terms of manifestation be the criteria for how you feel. And that really is what we were wanting to bring this gathering round to discuss. The desire for the manifestation is what gives you the reason to want to connect to the energy that is really you, that is the true living of life. And that self-love is evident then, you see. The vortex that explains to you that everything you want already is. And if you're paying attention to how you feel and maybe using some of the processes that help you to release resistance and focusing deliberately, that you can get into the receptive mode and let everything in that you want. Are the thoughts you think thoughts that you're thinking because you're the creator of your own experience? Or the thoughts that you think reactionary thoughts because somebody else is having an experience that you're observing and you're having a knee-jerk reaction to what's going on? Because that's a big question. If you are reacting, then you have no control. You're like a cork bobbing on a raging sea. You have no control at all. You create your own reality by massaging your thoughts into emotionally good feeling emotions. That's it. That's really all that it is. We don't want you to heed our words or follow our words or do what we say. We want you to care about the way you feel and choose better feeling thoughts. So our question to you, to all of you, is how do you think you came to being willing to endure negative emotion? Why would you deprive yourself of feeling good? And the answer is habit. It's just a sloppy, lazy habit. It's just letting somebody else who's not connected look at you and believe what they've got going on in their mind, when usually it doesn't have anything to do with you. The worst thing in the world is to do something that you don't want to do. That's split energy all over the place. So you either got to do what you want to do or make yourself want to do what you're going to do. So you sort of train yourself to hold yourself apart from the well-being that would be there all of the time. But we're really putting a straightforward question to you, to all of you. Why would you, what would cause you to be willing to deprive yourself of feeling good? Why would you beat up on yourself? And the answer is, you don't like yourself very much. And the reason that you don't like yourself very much is because you've been looking to disconnected people to like you, and they don't like you very much. But it's not personal. They don't not like you because you're not likable. They don't like you because they're not in a likable mood. It's not personal. They're not depriving you of their love. They're just pinched off from their own love, so they don't have anything to give you. And everybody's going to give you what they're feeling. So if they're all pinched off and you say, look at me and give me something, they're going to give you something that you don't like. And then you're going to get used to what it feels like not to be liked. And all along, your inner being is loving you so much. Every time you're not being loved by someone, your inner being is loving you more because you're asking for it stronger. So the more Source loves you, and the more you don't let yourself feel the love of Source, and the more you look through cracks of others for them to love you, and the more you become dependent upon them, those flaky human friends, they're just not consistent. They're so fickle. Oh, they'll love you if you'll do everything that they want you to do. But boy, you better not let up for a minute. And their love for you will stop because it was contingent upon you pleasing them, because we love you so much. But you've got this backwards, and you've had it backwards for quite a while, haven't you? But when you get it turned around and you begin to accept that when I feel love, that means I've opened the conduit, and the love that is me is flowing through me. Not through me only to others, but through me and to me. To me and through me. When you're loving someone else, do you know who receives the greatest benefit of your love? You do, because your valve's wide open and every cell of your body is resonating with the love that is flowing through you, you see. You got to stop looking for lovables in order to love. You got to love just because that's what you do. You love. And then when you get in that vibration of love, oh, lovables just show themselves to you all over the place.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and share it with someone who could use some motivation. God bless you all, and we wish you a pleasant day.